I wanted to talk to you about squash. It is squash season. It's going to carry on being squash season for quite a while now, and there's always quite the abundance of squash. They come in all different shapes and sizes and varieties, and a lot of what I hear from people is that they're not sure how to prep it, and it puts them off from cooking with it and using it, which is a shame seeing as it's in such abundance at this time of year. So I've got a little squash. This is just a small squash variety that I've got from a local shop, and I'm going to show you how to prep it. But what I do with this one, you can do on other varieties as well. So just use this as your template. So I'm going to get started with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop off. I'm just going to take off the base just a little bit. I don't want to take off lots and lots and lots. I don't want to waste any. I'm just going to take off a little bit off the top. And if I can take off a little bit off the top of this, I will as well. Sometimes you might find that some varieties are like quite, how would I describe it, like big at the top. So if you were to chop off the stalk of those ones, you might end up wasting some. So don't go chopping off loads if it means wasting lots of the squash. You can just work around the stalk. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this squash with a peeler. So you could do this with lots of other varieties. Other varieties might have a little thicker, tougher skin. It might be a little bit tougher to get through it, but peeling is definitely the way forward. If you use a knife to take off the skin, you might find that you're wasting lots of the flesh. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through. And remember, if you've got a different variety, like a butternut squash or like a pumpkin, something that looks a bit more pumpkin-y, the skin can be very, very thick, but you can just persevere with that peeler. I've got quite a good quality peeler here, actually. It's nice and sharp. So I'm going to carry on going. Okay, get rid of my peelings. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to chop it in half. So if you had a butternut squash, you could turn it on its side, chop off the bulbous part from the longer bit. If you had a bigger round shape, you could do the same as this. I'm going to cut it in half, okay, like this. And if the variety you have will have some seeds inside, I'm just going to use a spoon just to scoop out some of the seeds. So I'm just scooping out some of the seeds. This one hasn't got too many, but I'm still going to, there we go, scoop out those seeds. And we've actually got a recipe on the Food Partnership website if you'd like to use the seeds for toasted squash seeds, toasted pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to do the same with the other half. Okay. And then I'm just going to take off the remainder of that little bit of stalk because that'll be really, really hard. It won't taste good. And then my squash is ready to prep. So I can slice this up and roast it in slices and have it on a salad, chop it up into chunks and roast it and put it through soups. There's loads you can do with squash. Thanks for watching.